Hey everyone, toshiibeats here, and today we are in a 2023 Aston Martin DBS 770 Ultimate. We have a 5.2 liter V12 making 759 horsepower. Honestly, putting it to the ground with this 8-speed transmission is not bad. Something a little different for me because I normally drive a lot of manual cars, but to have it, it's making things pretty smooth. This car altogether makes a sound I am not used to. It is so wild. Alright, so pull up to the runway, get a nice 0 to 60 in this thing. I'm trying to push down on the clutch that isn't. Oh, wow, these brakes are great. I'm trying to push down on the clutch that isn't there. Alright, so let's see. Probably the worst launch ever. Oh, but it has power. We are moving. Oh, okay. Wow, yeah, we're down here. Hopefully e-brake works. Okay, so first off, this being a newer car, it feels a little less dramatic, but the speed and the intensity of everything is still there. I gotta actually... It sounds like a really crazy V8. And this thing, okay, yeah, I am getting down the runway way faster than I am used to. So I have to be mindful of that. One thing I can also definitely say, I thought having this V12 would make the turn-in response like really bad, but it doesn't. There we go. Okay, turn traction control off. Let's give that another go. Hopefully I don't send this thing off the road. Gotta love a good reverse camera. Yeah, third gear, tires are still trying to spin. Okay, alright. I've learned high power car for sure. Okay. This has definitely been a eyes on the road moment. Oh, this is great. Now, me, I am definitely the one that you would see avoid most newer cars. I'm just not for them. Too much electrical stuff going on. Always something to go wrong. And I'd just rather have a simpler experience. But if it's going to work and it delivers an experience that makes you actually want to drive it, then I'm all for it. They're riding through the town center. This thing is thunderous. I'm like, wow. Yeah, I love the speed of the shifts. This transmission is amazing. It's definitely not making me miss the manual too much, only because it actually is an exciting drive. Like most newer cars, they can be so muted. They have all these aids and they try to do everything for you. The sound deadening is there. You can't hear anything. You don't feel anything in the car. That's extremely boring. I don't see why someone would want to pay so much money for a driving experience they can't feel. Okay, this, however, is a driving experience. Yeah, in the mountains right now, on bumpy roads, traction control off, all this horsepower, it is a hold on or die moment the whole time. And you could just partial throttle through so much because the power is always there. Like, this might sound weird, but the chassis is forgiving. Like, most times you could drive a car and it can get out of control and it's kind of hard to handle. Versus sometimes you get in a car, it gets a little sideways and you can easily kind of point it in a direction and you can get it to where you need to go. This does that. You feel the weight of the car behind the wheel, but it still allows you to correct it pretty quick. Okay, let's go ahead and get to a track. Oh my goodness. Because the sound of this car is very distracting. So here we are, Red Laguna. Don't hate me, but I'll be honest, traction control is on. I am not trying to fight the car the entire time going around this track. I can already tell that it's going to give me some problems in certain sections. Oh, wow. Okay, so one thing I wasn't feeling on the island, of course, with those bumpy roads. I'm sorry, I like ducked my head a little. The sound of the car going under the bridge. This is amazing, bro. Really laying into the brakes there. Yep. So when you get a more even road and the car is really moving, it feels like it takes more to stop the car. Going uphill, oh yeah, look, yeah, brakes really, of course they work. You're using the weight of the car going up a hill to help you stop and slow it down, which is pretty much what I was feeling on the island for most of it. I got a taste of it when I was on the runway. I think I was just a little excited with the speed to actually notice what was going on though. So, not sure. I have to look into the brakes. But for something that has this weight and this power, I think I'd want some stronger brakes. Oh, this thing makes so much power, so much noise. Yeah. Trying to muscle this car around with this smaller wheel is definitely a noticeable chore compared to the other cars. Yeah, once again though, easy to correct. You can feel when things are happening. The suspension, I don't know. It's a good balance between comfort and sport for me to be able to do what I'm doing now. Yeah. Yeah, one thing I really noticed, trying to slow this car down and go into a turning section or a section that's about to be full of turns or anything that can upset the suspension at all, you really start to feel the weight of the car. In these smooth banks, yeah, the car just seems to kind of flow with it. But yeah, once those turns start getting aggressive, you really start to feel the weight of the car getting tossed around. Yeah, this is honestly, okay, pretty peppy. Ran at 140. I'm gonna give another lap. I'll cut to the end. Yeah, it's honestly delivering a driving experience that really makes me focus to the point where it's like, oh, okay, cool. The car is ready, and if it's ready, I can be ready, and we can go try to get a good lap out. Versus me being like, all right, I don't know if the car is gonna be ready, and I gotta try to question every bit of what it's doing. No, this thing is just doing it. You just have to be prepared for how it acts when it's doing it. It's definitely boost by gear. I can see the amount of boost going up every time I shift. Okay, wow, okay. Let me stop. Whoa. I was about to get into it again. That was about to become a thing. I started feeling that. So, yeah, this is actually a very amazing car. Oh man, it's responsive in a way I didn't expect it to be. I've always had a weird soft spot for Aston Martins, especially once I realized how small Lamborghinis were. And oh, by the way, if you're actually still watching and you haven't watched the Lamborghini's Purple Devil video. I'll try to do a little card. I was talking about me sitting in a Diablo. I finally found the picture. I had to literally like reactivate my Facebook to go find a years or decades old picture. But here, it is me sitting in a Lamborghini Diablo at a Dallas dealership. Yeah, I can't fit in those things, man. I don't see how people get those and they're able to fit. It was like one of those, hey, don't meet your heroes, but I still kind of want it. So, honestly, if you could find a or if anybody could find a supercar that they actually like, can feel comfortable in, and it really checks all the boxes, I don't even think it would matter what brand it is. And that's another reason why I like Aston Martin. It's not just the 007 car to me. It's something that could be the car. But yeah, I'll see you in another car for that matter. If I keep rambling and just going around this track. It's taking a screenshot of the thing? Yo, wait. So hitting both paddles takes a screenshot. I was just thinking it would take me to neutral. Technology.